Joined by UMass Boston head coach Kristina Baugh after the Beacon 75-72 road win over UMass Dartmouth. Coach, you had back-to-back losses for the first time in 2 seasons and then earned what might be the best win this team has had the last 2 years just based off of how you had been playing. What was the mindset after Thursday's loss, and how did you get them to turn it around that quickly against UMass Dartmouth Saturday?
Yeah, Thursday against Bridgewater, I'm not sure what team that was, and I think we've been struggling to regroup since Megan went down to kind of regroup on our identity and how we were going to play and kind of fill in the shoes of the many things that she did well and brought to the table. So after Bridgewater State, we just talked about competing, consistently competing. I thought we played hard for about 10 minutes in that game, and no matter who you play, that's never going to work. So we talked about consistently competing and then really locking into details, because I believe that's what wins games and loses games at this level, whether it's how we're going to defend a ball screen or personnel. So there's a couple other things that we talked about in the locker room, and then I thought they took a lot of ownership of that. They stayed in there for about an hour, and we had an okay practice before Dartmouth. We walked in and talked about everybody doing their job. And that was a big focus when we got to Dartmouth, was everyone had to do their job. And I think that's what gave us a chance to ultimately win the game.
This is a UMass Dartmouth team that took the #1 team in the country, Bowdoin, to the brink at their place. It's a really difficult place to play. How big was it to get contributions up and down? I mean, obviously, we talked to Joey, we talked to Jelani. They played extremely well. But 10 points from Alicia Quinona, Gianna Williams coming off the bench, and Tajay Mazik with a really strong game.
Yeah, again, I thought our rhythm, we played rhythm basketball. Granted, Joey Grassi finally came back to life and showed us who she is. And then down the stretch, we know the ball had to be in her hands or Jelani's hands. But Maya Doherty, finally back on the roster. Her 4 minutes were huge. It didn't show on the stat line, but she came in and was a spark on defense and played hard. And again, everyone, I think we played the entire lineup, but not everyone's contribution showed up on the stat line, but it was a total team effort. I thought my staff did a great job of subbing. It was just it flowed really, really well, but it was a grit game. Playing Dartmouth is a grit game, and I thought Alicia Quinones brought some grit to our team, which we were going to need in order to pull out a victory, so that was great.
Turning ahead, it doesn't get that much easier. You get Emmanuel, who has their head coach has more wins than anyone else, Plymouth State, and then a really good Rick team on Saturday. How does this help you, especially sometimes, especially with young teams, you get a loss or two and it can tend to snowball. Getting that big victory, proving that you can continue to win without Megan, to get right back into the mindset where you need to be able to compete, especially in conference.
It's huge. We had a decision to make as a team before Dartmouth where we could go left or go right. And I really think they came together to go left, and really proud of the way that we came together and the cohesion and the effort and coaching each other in timeouts, and I could really tell where the pulse of our team was, that we came back together and we regrouped. So that's really important. We're midway through, so hopefully that carries down the stretch, and playing another tough opponent. I think that's great for us. The league is, every night you never know. Again, it's a team that shows up, but Emmanuel's probably top 35 in the country right now. They just lost to Messiah, who's I think 6th in the country by 5. So it'll be another great test for us. They match up well with us, and we're just looking to survive and advance at this point in the year and continue to play hard. That's really my mark right now for this team is win or lose, are we competing consistently for 40 minutes?
Thanks so much for your time, Coach, and congrats on the big win.
Thank you so much.